Yeah. Check this. Hang on. Ooh, nice. Ooh, nice. Oh, I hear echo. Oh, I hear echo. Hello? Okay, that's better. Yeah.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Alrighty, we're ready to the audio levels. Hi, everybody. How's everyone? Kills, Genesis, go, hi. Oh, thank you, Paul. So I chose it myself. And I found this this on Epic Network, and I was like, girl, this is so like. I feel like this says a lot more about me than that other stuff I was using. How y'all doing? Alrighty. Yeah, I had a feeling. I'm doing some of the audio levels. There we go. Is that any better? Okay, cool. Alright, let me open y'all up on my phone, because I don't know why on Streamlabs it doesn't really show, like, I don't know why. On Streamlabs it doesn't show, what do you call it, like chat or anything, so I gotta look on my phone right here. Ooh, there we go. I think I got something in my nose. I'm here with Starport. Starzy, say hello. Thank you so much for joining me on stream today.
Of course.
There we go. Sorry, I needed to get some hairspray up in here. There. I actually need to. Woo! Like directly sprayed myself in the face, yeah. There we go. It's an old ballet trick to use hairspray as setting spray. I got something even better. You gonna stay still? Ugh. There we go. Am I gonna stay still? There we go. There we go. Ooh, y'all, when I tell you this wig feels like I'm wearing 3 helmets at once. Oh my god, I am roasting in here. And of course I decided today I'm gonna wear a leather jacket, because why wouldn't I? I'm the queen of good choices, apparently. There we go. I really am enjoying this scenery change. I'm enjoying this little top that I made the other day. Y'all can see the rest of this. I would have to make an OnlyFans. Like, like literally. Oh, yeah. Let's be glad. Well, I mean, some people would be a little upset. I wanted to go very Susie Sue DIY, like I'm poking holes in my body with safety pins and lighters, like very that cheese. God, I think I physically assaulted myself with this hairspray, dude. It's not even spray, it's like a hair stream. Yeah, do y'all see how big this wig is? This wig took me like 3 whole hours to do. It's like a Peg Bundy went to Hogwarts. No, Peg Bundy, Peg Bundy, if she let Gwen from Total Drama Island completely take it over, is very that tease. Goth Hermione. I love that. Actually, yeah, because the bangs, I have to be a little bit more annoying, though. That's the only thing with that. Just a little bit. Star, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, no, you what?
It's always a pleasure if you join me.
Makes me feel less lonely.
Yeah.
Wow, we've decided wine's ready. Oh, girl. You know, the one thing I told myself I wasn't gonna do... Ooh, let me turn this down a little bit so I can actually hear. Ooh. There we go. So I gotta turn that down. There we go. Can y'all still hear fine? Is the music, like, too quiet or anything? Okay. So today, so Star and I were talking about, like, the format that we want to do, all these things, and we decided to kind of add a bit of a talk show element to it. So we decided that we're going to be having a topic, just a singular topic, as the basis for conversation while we're building a zoo and keep conversation going, you know? We're talking about a certain topic and it'll be different every single show. And I think it'll be a nice way to keep things fresh, you know, learn a lot more about us and everything. Steven, hi! Thank you for joining. How are you, Mr. Sir? Right, so, while Okavango Zoo... Where is Okavango Zoo? There we go. While Okavango Zoo is loading, our topic we're going to talk about this week is a horror. We're talking horror, scary stuff, spooktacular, everything, being afraid, and stuff that scares us is what we're talking about this week. I'm personally really excited because I have a lot to talk about with this topic, y'all. In case y'all are unaware, I feel like Star and I are we're both equal parts horror junkies, equal parts big scaredy cats. Horror, a lot of horror stuff has really shaped me. Not the 50-year-old man. Oh my god. That'll be nice to Mr. Steve. Excuse you. I have a lot to talk about with this topic, y'all. I don't think y'all understand. First, let me get my bearings back here in Okavango. Ooh. So glad I have this water in hand. We're not doing nails today. Sue me. Oh, your internet crashed? Oh no! No, we just started. Ooh, you're just in time, Mr. Sir. There we go. Alrighty. Ooh. Sorry, hold on. There we go. And I'm glad y'all can't see. From back over here, I have literally 3 mirrors on my counter. One that's small but close, and one that's far away so I can see my whole reflection, and then one in between in case I miss anything from the first 2. And now my hair is getting caught in my microphone. You know, one of these days, y'all, I've got to get Star in drag for this. I gotta get Star in drag for one of these streams. If for any reason I am over where he is, and it happens to be stream day while I'm over there, I am putting him in drag, and we are being in drag together on camera for this. Would y'all be interested in that? See, Belle knows what's up. A Star, I think you'd have so much fun.
Oh my gosh, Yes, I'd want to.
You feel like a different person, honestly. Ugh, not necessarily because you want to, but it's just part of it, I guess. God, I look great today. Oh my god, I look good. Ooh, shit. Sorry, okay, vanity over. So today we are back in Okavango Zoo. This is the zoo we started last week. Y'all remember last week we built for the cheetah. God, I cannot remember. I don't understand why I could not think of the name. Oh, she run! So yeah, this is what our progress we made as of last week. Now I didn't go in the way I thought I was. I didn't go in off camera and work on this some more. I definitely need to because there's some trim missing over here. There's seating areas and potential habitat area, exhibit areas potentially that are over here. But I want to do that honestly off camera and off stream, only because nitty-gritty details like that are never really that fun to watch, in my opinion. And then I have a lot more fun doing the big stuff with y'all, so y'all can see Okavango really start to take shape. I have a long way to go, because since last time building, I have discovered the magic of mods for this game. So I have about. Let me see. How many more do I have? I have about. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 additional animals on top of the lineup of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 animals. So 14 plus 7, I'm not going to add percent in. That is 21 animals we're having in this zoo overall. It's also going to be a lot to build for. This is going to be the biggest zoo I've ever made. I'm very excited for that. Oh, on top of our fish species that we're dealing with. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. So, before we get into our topic of the week, Star, what do you think I should build for today? So, do you think I should continue my cats of the Okavango area? We also have an area planned for dogs, which is hyenas and wild dogs. We have our marsh area, which is going to be hippos and elephants. And then we have our giant delta habitat.
Let's go with the marsh area, I guess.
The marsh? Ooh, okay. Yeah. Now we have two options. We have elephants and we have hippos that we're building for this time around in the marsh. Who do you think we should start with?
Let's go with the hippos.
Hippos? Okay. So, while we get started on that, fish. Alrighty. Alright, hippos. Yes, okay. And I drew out a map as reference for this.
They kind of do relate with our topics because they can be pretty scary.
They absolutely can. If there's one thing that's scary in this world, it's the world. Nature itself is terrifying. So actually, let's talk about it. Animals that scare us. Horror, scared. So, we're talking animals. Well, I think that's actually 1, 2, 3. That's actually a wonderful segue for us. Let's talk about what scares us in the wild. What exactly? When you think of scary animals, what do you think?
Spiders. Those are more insects, but ugh.
I'm inclined to agree with you. What scares you about them?
It's just like many eyes and like the 8 legs and like it's me and like not knowing if they're like poisonous or not. Or like venomous, and I'm just like, oh, if this one bites me, I'm probably just gonna die.
Do you have any scary memories with spiders?
Yes, this one traumatized me as a child. So, basically, I was in Hawaii with my parents and my sister.
Silver
We were driving in the car. Yeah, we were driving in the car. I just remember, so somehow a cane spider, those things are big, like massive.
Spider, okay.
So it found itself, like it caught on the windshield of our car, and for some reason, like our car had like
oh my god! Oh my god! I just looked up the image. Oh, the huntsman spider.
Yeah. No, but basically, somehow the car was like it had like a windshield that could roll down.
Y'all, we're talking this right here. Oh no! Oh wait, y'all can't see that, can you? Oh. Okay. Oh. Just look up huntsman spider. Oh, cane spider. Oh my god. Continue. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. But yeah, windshield was open, so that spider was on there, and like we tried to like quickly bring the windshield up, and next thing you know, it swings inside the car, and we're all freaking out. we were screaming, so we all get out of the car. My parents leave it in like the hot sun, trying to get rid of it, and then when we all return the car, it's gone. Nowhere to see.
Oh my goodness. Hi! Thank you so much for following. How you doing? Oh my gosh. Y'all, hey Zip. It's good to see you, girl. Oh my god, the cane spider! Oh my god, I can't! I didn't think we were. Oh my god. Do we. Oh my god. Oh
Yep,
my.
childhood trauma.
Okay, so we're turning this into therapy. Okay. I could do you one better. So, in terms of spiders, there was this one time we were still living in El Paso, right? It was a very long time ago. And a corn maze is in town. A corn maze is in town. I like that. Okay, cool. A corn maze is in town, and what do you call it? We're going because it's like Halloween or whatever. And my stepdad, I don't know what it was. He had my brother up on his shoulders, like you know, like how you like have kids sit on your shoulders, so you're like up higher or whatever. Um, and oh zip. um, I don't know what it was. I remember seeing something crawling up on his shoulder while my brother was on there, but I didn't say anything because I didn't want him to like drop my brother or anything. So we are going through this maze. We make it out on the other side, and suddenly he starts feeling lightheaded, and he feels like a swelling in his shoulder. So we get like the local, like there was like a paramedic on standby just in case anything happened. Where the hell are my hippos? I forget if in Spanish you call them hippopotamus or but oh, there we go. Hippopotamo, hippopotamo, hippopotamo. Oh, okay, that makes sense. We have. Wait, how many? Sorry, one moment. Need at least 3. I can do that. Okay. Then how much space do they... Oh my god, that's a lot of space. Perfect! So they are... Oh my god. So the paramedic stops by because he's like, oh my god, are you okay? He takes off my stepdad's shirt to see his whole left shoulder is swollen to the size of a baseball. He completely swollen, and we didn't know what it was. To this day, I didn't say anything, but they saw bite marks in 3 areas of this giant bump that was starting to turn purple. Thankfully, my brother didn't get bitten or anything, but needless to say, my stepdad had to get it lanced. He had to go to the hospital, and it was, ever since then, I have just not liked spiders at all. Oh, god damn. I mean, that's nothing compared to, you know, a spider the size of a dinner plate falling inside your car with your family. It was about this big. It was about the size of this mirror, of this dirty mirror. Oh my god, can you imagine? Zip, you're just in time! Yeah, we're talking about stuff that scares us this week. We're talking horror.
And like somehow in my imagination, since like I can remember it, I just remember the legs being like as long and like covering the whole windshield. But like it was probably false, but
Probably,
still.
but I'm thinking about it now, and that sounds terrifying. That sounds. Oh my god, I can't. Well, thankfully, hippos aren't nearly as terrifying. They are formidable foes. You don't want to mess with a hippo. Because, God, part of me for this hippo habitat really wanted to create the Moto Moto likes you thing from Madagascar 2. Part of me really wanted to do that, but I know that's probably, I don't know. I don't know, that just would feel weird. There we go. So my idea for this habitat... Batch, hi! Thank you for joining. How are you doing, Mr. Sir? Poor little Star. I can imagine a little star just be like, ah! You know. Oh my god, that is so funny. The idea for this habitat is that actually the hippo water is actually going to be underneath this walkway. So you'll be walking over hippo territory. Until you land right here, which is going to be think this is gonna be 3. There we go. Sorry, hold on. 1, 2, 3. And here is actually going to be the Elephant Rotunda viewing area. Over here. There we go. Because I think I want to connect them with one giant body of water. But this will be like a nice area. Like it's all spiggity spoogity, and it's like not so like flat and like straight lines and everything. What do you call it? Then over here we'll have hippos in their little marsh area. Oh, I love those. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, spiders are crazy. Like I'm always reluctant to add them in the game for that very reason. Is that even digital spiders give me the heebie-jeebies. I don't know what it is. And it's crazy because where Alex and I are looking to move, they're known as like the spider capital in terms of like things that pop up in your house. Spiders are the most common in the PNW. So like anytime you go visit his mom, I always at least once per visit have a run-in with a spider in the bathroom. I'm not even joking. Like at least once every time I go visit his family, there's a spider in the bathroom when I am trying to go to the toilet, and it is such a pain sometimes.
I had a hard time watching the spider scenes in The Hobbit.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't watch. I literally had to cover my eyes. I was like, I can't watch this.
No, girl, I totally get that. I totally get that. That is so... Especially like the part, or not in The Hobbit necessarily, in just Lord of the Rings in general, the part where he's like the spider completely wraps up whatever the hell his name is in like that nice little bundle, basically. And then like Frodo goes up and is like crying over him, like no, because he's like, you know, completely like gone, basically.
Yeah.
That whole fight scene just like. It just, like, gets me going, man.
And, like, it's also the Harry Potter, like, in the Forbidden Forest, so that's also...
Goodbye, friends of Hagrid. Yeah, very that.
Like, they just come from the...
Mm-hmm. They multiply so quickly.
I was...
Oh, girl, I don't blame you one bit. What are some other animals that give you the heebie-jeebies? What gets your blood cold? Freaking huge beasts.
Let's see.
Because I can already tell you one that... Oh, wait, hold on. Speaking of spiders, there's one association with spiders that has absolutely killed everything for me in terms of, like, wanting to like them. The other mother from Coraline. Speaking of horror, girl... I saw that movie for the first time forever ago. And let me tell you my trauma with it, okay? When I tell you I was not mentally or physically prepared for the amount of, hello. Oh, hi, Piper! How you doing? What do you call it? When I first saw Coraline, I was not, expecting that movie to go as hard as it did. And then when it did go as hard as it did, I was never the same. Like, that sounds so, like, dramatic and crazy, but, like, literally, I was never the same since. Like, oh, God, and then, like, anytime I think about the other mother, or I think about spiders, I think about her. Because, like, she transforms into this spider thing towards the end, and she's, like, going after It's a whole entire thing. Oh my god. Oh, I'm doing good, Piper. Thanks for stopping in. You doing okay? Oh my god, I have to make this hippo habitat massive. Perfect! There we go. Because I guess this habitat has to be equal parts water, equal parts, there we go. Yeah, this habitat has to be equal parts water, equal parts land. And these hippos require a lot of space. Oh my goodness. Alright, I could do this. Yeah, guys, sorry, that, just like, I was thinking about spiders, I think about her, and, oh my god, I can't help but shiver a little bit, honestly.
Ugh.
I know. Playing
Are
Overwatch?
you?
Ooh. There we go. Alright, what are some other animals that you can think of that every time you think of them, you're like, nope, nope. Y'all in chat too, please chime in and tell me why. I am very interested to hear everyone's like animal phobias. Animal phobias, bug phobias, anything. I want to know.
Oddly enough, one of mine is an extinct animal.
Oh yeah? What is it?
Yeah. Um, Hang on, let me find the name of this because I just gotta make sure I get the name right. Uh,
Yeah, how much deep water do they need? Oh, they don't. Okay.
a plesiosaur.
Oh, the plesiosaur?
Yeah,
Like the underwater animal?
yeah, like we're
Ooh. Now let me ask you. Are you afraid of the water?
giant creatures in the water. Yes.
Why?
Um, I- just something that massive in like this body of water, and like it's just nope. Um, it could be like lurking there and come up any moment, and it's just like this massive thing.
Do you feel that way about oceans nowadays?
Kinda like I think I don't know the thought of just like swimming in this body of water, and then you have just this giant sea creature just come up right next to you,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like what the heck? And I would just start freaking out.
I feel you on that. I think there's something, I don't know, it's a fear of the unknown when it comes to what's in the water that drives a lot of people away from doing aquatic activities. Hold on, let me see how much.
Bella, Bella doesn't like butterflies.
Butter. Oh. Got one stuck in your hair, and the feeling of it flapping its wings in your hair just freaked you out. That's how I am with moths. Like, literally, I don't know what it is. Ever since I was a little kid, any small things with flapping wings just, like, did not jive with me well at all. Like, literally, moths freak me the hell out still because of that. Like, I understand the feeling, like, it's like the flapping wings and just, yeah, it's a whole thing. I think I'm giving them a lot of space. Good. There we go. Oh, I mean, it said. There we go. Is there any, like, more modern day? Oh, wait, this is, like, perfect. Oh, my goodness. This is, like, the perfect amount of space for them. Oh, hell yeah, okay. Is there, like, any other, oh, wow. This is, like, really coming together. Yeah. What do you call it? Now, do you think that the fear of anything underwater is rational?
I'd say it's a little irrational because it's not very likely that I would run into that swimming underwater at the beach. So
No, I totally feel you on, like, why you would be scared, though. I'm always nervous. I don't want to say I'm afraid. I'm always nervous whenever I'm in water that I can't see through. And that's when I get nervous. 'Cause there's a creek nearby my house that, during summer of 2020, we did socially distant creek hanging out in the water. Because we've been quarantined all spring and summer. I was still 19. Well, I like barely turned 20. And I want to like party with friends, so we did socially distant outdoors. Hanging out in the water, having a good time because it was hot. But I can't see through the creek water. And that area is known to have, every now and then, not only gators, but also river snakes.
Oh.
That and, like, whenever, it's just the reason why I hate, like, lake and river swimming in general. Because, like, lake and pond swimming, I don't know what it is. Like, whenever you step inside the water and you feel that squish, from the mud and the dead fish, and then someone cut their foot open on a bone and a sharp rock, because you can't see through it. Like, it was... Water I can't see through does freak me out. I think the ocean is a little bit different, though. Well, I guess because I grew up in LA, like, I don't know, growing up right there to the beach, I have a bit of a different relationship with it, I think. Grade 4. I wonder what grade 5 is used for. Oh, that's rocks. That's stones packed within iron bars? What is that useful for? I don't even know. There we go. Okay. Oh, God. We use those as contentions? Oh, for, like, floods and stuff? Oh, gotcha. I don't know. There is one thing, I don't know. I guess straying away from the topic of animals, what are just some general things that you find really get you going in terms of fear? Like, what are some things that you are most afraid of?
Probably the feel of it.
Well,
I guess it's kind of irrational, also. But, like, I can't go on drop towers sometimes.
oh, now tell me about that, because I share that with you. I want to hear your reasoning why.
Oh my gosh.
Because I want to see if it's similar to why I don't go on drop towers either.
I remember I had to go. Well, I didn't really have to go up, but I just went on it because, like, I was like, bucket list item. But Lex Luthor Drop of Doom at like 400 foot.
Oh, you went on that.
I nearly had a panic attack at the top because, like, everything seems so far away. I'm like, or even taller than Goliath. I'm just like,
freaking out. Oh yeah, honey. Yeah. Go ahead.
And then we dropped, and it was like the most intense feeling of falling I ever felt.
Yeah, I know how. Yeah, a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, let's go again." I'm like, "Let's never do this ever again."
Yeah.
Like, literally, let's do this never, ever, ever, ever again. The few drop towers I have been on, never again. Never again, girl. When I tell you in the English language that I was legit so afraid I nearly, like, threw up, it was crazy. The thing is, my brother was with me on the last drop tower, too, and he's like, "Good God, girl, get a grip." I'm like, I can't, I'm panicking, don't you see I'm panicking? He's like, "Yeah, and you sound like a complete and total lunatic in public right now." Because we were at Six Flags. You know, brothers, they're hardly ever useful in situations like this. They're hardly ever helpful in situations like this. So I was like, you don't understand. He's like, I do. You need to calm down. Is where you need to do. Oh my god. Yeah.
Well, sometimes when they're siblings, they're just like, we're going through something, and it's just like, you're kind of irrational. This is kind of irrational.
And the thing
Like,
is, they're usually right, is the thing.
yeah.
Like, hardly ever are they being mean about it. They are, like, right. This is the crazy thing. We need to talk about siblings at some point. Actually,
Oh, yes.
at some point. And if you had to give me a top 10 list of things you fear, what would they be?
Ooh. Spiders? Definitely.
Here, hold the thought 1 second. Think about it while I get some water.
Okay.
1 second, y'all. Alrighty. There we go. Let's see here. Perfect. Okay. Alrighty. It gave me a tiny bit of a moment to think about my top. God damn, my. Sorry, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm just noticing the girls are girling today. If you catch my drift. Ooh. They're just for personal satisfaction, I suppose. There we go. Alrighty. So we're talking top 10 lists. Top 10 lists. Yes. Yes? Yes. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Lay them on me and provide reasons why. Because I am very curious.
Okay.
And I will give you mine in return.
Okay. Number one is, well, arachnophobia.
Okay. Why? Oh, well.
Obviously,
You
know,
explained
stuff,
why.
yes. Number two would be fear of the unknown.
With what exactly?
I guess with like oof. Mostly with like experiences.
What do you mean?
I guess like
Oh, like
some
not knowing what you're getting into.
yeah.
In what ways have that manifested? Do you think? Like like are there any specific instances where you were like needed a paper bag to breathe in because like a surprise party or someone was taking you to like a movie or something you didn't know what to expect or something?
It's more like it's say it's more like a you're about to go into an experience, but at the same time you don't know what's gonna happen.
What, like a haunted house or something?
Yeah, things like that where it's just like nervous and it's just like what.
Gotcha. Okay.
Um, number three, that would be fear of, giant things underwater.
Okay.
I actually also have a little bit of megalophobia. I think that's what it is.
Fear of big stuff?
Yes.
Like what exactly?
Dinosaurs.
Oh.
Irrational fear, obviously,
Yeah.
but mm,
Build the shit out of that wall. Yeah, you are here for the most intense Fortnite first person action shooter. You're here for that experience, right? Is that what I'm doing? Hey, ever since Belle Delphine left the community, I gotta fill her footsteps somehow, girl. Why do you think you got these big... Nope, never mind, I'm not gonna... Okay, megalophobia, okay. Now, what exactly is it about big stuff? Like, okay, dinosaurs, you said? What exactly is it
yeah,
that scares you about them?
they're like really large predators, and also just how like they're part reptilian in a way.
Do you not like reptiles?
Hmm. No, I'm okay with them. It's just
Interesting, because I am
yeah.
so not. I will get into that. I will get into that later. Continue.
Uh, um. Oh, I have a fear of animatronics.
Oh, okay. Yes. Explain.
Ever since Five Nights at Freddy's, that game came out in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it puts a fear in me of just those things. I don't know. It's just like the knowing of like it's not aware of you, and like it's not actually aware of like the space it's occupying.
You think the
Ooh.
unanimity is what makes it terrifying?
Um, I'd say that's part of it. But another part of it, like, what if it actually like reaches out to you and like it doesn't know that you're actually there?
How
So
would it though?
basically, I don't know, malfunction, something happening.
I mean, something happens. What do you think people are doing with animatronics?
Could be low maintenance. Could be could be actually haunted.
Oh my goodness. It does make me wonder of the likelihood is something like Five Nights at Freddy's to like actually happen at any point. It does make me wonder. Like, I'm sure there's someone that may have seen something like FNAF and take it to total heart. Like, someone that's like, you know what? I think I want to do that. 27, 27. Oh my god, I got put 4 of them here. Oh, sweet. I'm sure there's somebody that dreams of the day. Se relacionan entre sí pero ni forman vínculos ni partes ni grupos muy unidos. Okay, so we will be fine at 4th one. Fuck yeah. But like, there you go. I'm sure there's some weirdo out there that actually wants to either remake or relive the events of Five Nights at Freddy's for themselves. I'm sure. Those creepy Japanese robot. Oh, the androids. What's wrong with our androids? Two humanized ones.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Alright, what's next on the list?
That one I have to think a little bit more of because it's more this small fear. Um, I honestly can't really think of anything right now.
Alrighty. They started the AI for Twitter, became racist, and wanted to kill everyone. What? I never heard about anything like that.
Oh, I don't like driving behind trucks.
Oh, yes. That I feel like is very justified, though. Because, like, usually truck drivers, I don't know what it is. A lot of them that I've met are just like, I don't know. Something about them makes me not want to trust them behind the wheel. There we go. Now, are you always afraid you're going to get into an accident because of them?
Yes.
I can understand that.
Breaking Final Destination with the log.
Oh,
That scene.
yeah. No,
Uh-uh.
I totally get that.
Like, I literally was, like, driving one day on the highway, and then there was a truck with a bunch of logs. I had to change lanes. I was like, nope.
You didn't want to risk it for a biscuit? Oh my god. Oh, I mean, I can absolutely understand that. What do we think? Oh, okay. I can give you a. Ooh, actually. I'm really trying to think of like my top things. I honestly don't really think about what I'm afraid of too much. Well, okay, I can actually give you a few that may surprise you. I think some of the things I'm most afraid of. Honestly, I'm kind of afraid of the dark to an extent. Whenever I'm outside by myself, looking at the during like a full moon or a new moon, I don't know what it is. Whenever I'm in the dark, or whenever I'm home alone, in the dark, I always have this innate feeling that something is behind me at all times, and I always need to constantly check and look behind me just to make sure that nothing is there for me to feel at peace. Like right now, it's still bothering me that my hair is so big, it's covering this whole area behind me, and I'm afraid if I move, there's going to be someone there waiting for me. But there's something that's not supposed to be there. I have always felt that ever since I was a little kid, and that is something I have not really gotten out of, honestly. Which is crazy because, like, look at me. Does it look like I should be afraid of the dark?
No.
It looks like my Twitter bio says, I am the dark honey. But I always have this weird feeling that something's always behind me. Something's always out of sight. And I don't know if that's like picking up on anything metaphysical or anything like that, but it's just like a really weird feeling, honestly. That, I mean, we already discussed. Belle, girl, you understand it. You understand it. I don't know what it is. It's just I always have this constant feeling that there's something going on that I'm not aware of. That I always need to be like on the lookout for. Not necessarily socially, because when it comes to like hanging out with friends or anything, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, they're probably talking shit behind my back. No. What you think of me is none of my business. What I am concerned about is like, is there someone that snuck into my house while I had headphones in, and now I'm gonna like get got? Like, I'm always concerned about that. Like, I'm always afraid, like, on stream, someone's gonna, like, reach around my neck with a knife, and now I bleed out on the stream in front of all my friends, you know?
Oh.
That would be awful. Which is why I keep an eye out, you know? That, I mean, we already talked about being afraid of water I can't see through. Because there is always the feeling of, like, am I about to be the inspiration for the next episode of River Monsters? Like, I am always, like, on the lookout in water I can't see through. And honestly, I think the big thing that gets me, honestly, I'm to this day still, I don't know, I'm afraid of, like, I don't know if abandonment would be the right word. I'm always afraid that people, like, will just one day lose faith and trust in me and never want to speak to me ever again. You know? Like, that is something I'm afraid that one day everyone just decides, you know what, we're done with her, bye. Just out of nowhere. Why? Probably my daddy issues, but you know, it's just still something I'm overly conscious of. And it scares me to think about. It honestly scares me to think about. Like, the idea that one day you wake up and you've lost everything, that's horrifying. Horrifying. It's, oh God. It's like a wake up one day and everyone's died in an apocalypse except you situation. I don't know what I would do.
Oh.
Like, I don't want to Fallout. I don't want to Fallout 76 that shit. You know what I mean? That sounds like a situation I really don't want to find myself in anytime soon. It sounds terrifying. And I think on surface level, like, torture situations, like, when it comes to horror movies, ooh, bitch, let's talk about this. Horror movies. What are your favorite horror movies? Because we're both horror movie aficionados. We love horror movies. We love scary shows. We both love scary stories. We're both also really big wimps. It's like, we will go through haunted houses. But we are clutching our pearls and yelling the whole way through. The whole way through. The whole way. Oop, you saw my lace. The whole way through. In terms of horror movies, what are your go-tos?
Definitely. This one's weird, but it's kind of like a horror movie, but not.
Okay.
But let's see. Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd. Your favorite or the thing that scares you most? Actually, no. Let's start off with our favorites. One of your favorites is Sweeney Todd, or is that your favorite?
Favorites.
Okay. Why? Because I agree with you. It is one of my favorites, but I want to know your reasoning.
Just like, I don't know, it's musical, it's like the story's well written, there's like all the stuff, like, it even has Johnny Depp in it. Like, oh, yes.
God, I had a feeling.
The setting is nice, and like, the whole premise of like, oh yeah, you know, we're feeding people.
Yeah, that all is like, I don't know, it's made me really self-conscious about going to the barber by myself. If I could be honest, it does make me a little worried. It's like, if I'm here by myself, I'm gonna get sliced and no one will be here to witness it. Okay.
The story of Lassie, like, he's back and for revenge.
Yeah. Or someone takes the story a little bit too far and they're like, I am the next Sweeney Todd. That, oh god. The idea of someone picking up the mantle of a serial killer, that's terrifying to me. They're their idol and they want to do what their idol did. Like, those people that really, they would idolize Charles Manson to the point of, like, actually visiting him in prison. That's too much for me, dude. That's crazy. Ooh, I'm actually quite pleased how this habitat's turned out so far. Alrighty. While Star's away, let me talk to y'all about our sponsor today, Squarespace. Can you imagine? Be getting that money, honey. So as y'all can see here, we have our basic layout for our hippo habitat. So we have I don't know if this house is going to be big enough for them, but we're going to try it out anyway. So as you can see here, we have indoor area for my babies. Over here. Ooh. There we go. We gotta flatten this area out a little bit more, just in case we need to expand. Plus makes it probably give them a little bit more space before they go into the water. There we go. Yes, perfect, okay. And that leaves us with, how much? 29 and 29. Perfect! Okay, cool. As you can see here, we got this going. A little... Ooh. There we go. We don't need to be able to completely see them, no matter where they go in the water. Actually... I actually kind of like that transparency. When they pop up, it's more of a, oh, there's a hippo! You know? I'm actually really excited to see... Let me get them in here, just to see what they look like. I'm gonna have 3 of them. There we go, there we go, there we go. Perfect, okay. And then... Oh, interesting. Guys, you know, hippos love to eat. There we go. There we go. Well, this is my first time seeing a few of these enrichment items. Interested to see how they use these. There we go. There we go. And I also forgot they're herbivores, so this will be interesting for sure. There we go. Yeah, part of me kind of wants to do underwater viewing, but I don't think underwater viewing would be necessary, considering... Yeah, I really don't feel like underwater viewing is that necessary for this area. Because I know the Dallas Zoo does have underwater viewing for their hippos. They have like a whole big area, that's their hippo, like, palace, basically. And they do have underwater viewing there, but I don't know, I feel like it just, like, really breaks me out of the immersion that this is, like, I don't know, that this is, like, a nature walk. It's, you know, that's a nature walk more than a zoo, you know? We shall see. Hydration station. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Alrighty. Yes, perfect. Okay, cool. Then actually... Let's get a keeper. Get a keeper and a vet. Or... Oop. Keeper and a vet. Keeper and a vet. And then I think I might use this path. Oh god. Oop. And so that. Hippo keeper. Alright, cool. And then I think over here. Oh. Over here, I'm going to be having... Let's see... Cabaña de Cuidador Grande, right here. Let's see. There we go, okay. Then we now have space for... There we go, let's see here. There we go. Yeah. Oh. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Get these set up. Okay, is this the... No, that's... There we go. There we go. Perfect, okay. Now let's get some hippos in here. Perfect, okay. Let's see here. Polinia, machos dominantes. Polinia, una macho dominante se aparea con su agen de hembras. Perfect, okay. Yep, okay, cool. I am right in saying that. Perfect, okay, cool. So we're going to be needing... Oh, golden lady. Bronze lady. I need a male. There we go. Perfect. Let's get these in here to see what they're like. They need a little bit more space. Let's see. And before I finish all of the fencing and everything over here. Oh my god, oh, they're big boys. This is not nearly enough space for all three of them. Oh my goodness. Oh, welcome back, Star. Yeah, this building is not nearly big enough for them. Holy crapola. Alright, let's, take over. Welcome back.
Hey.
We'll be fine. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, and this roof might... Nope, never mind. There we go. That's... this, I think, works a lot better. Okay, come on, move. Y'all can move around. There we go. Well, we have enough space for 3 of my babies. Let's see. How much space? Oh, they can't get through any of the water. What? Why did I get in the water? Oh my goodness, okay. Maybe the drop-off is way too let's see. Oh, finally! Okay. Then they can at least get through here, but they can't get through the rest of here. Okay? I guess because they are a little squatty, they might need a little bit of extra help to, reach land. Like that. Let's see. Oh! I didn't realize hippos just stood there, underwater. Can they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, no, well, now they're floating, okay. Why don't they just... Huh. I'm curious. Oh, they can't really do deep water. Oh! My bad. Okay, so they can't do water that's very deep. Good to know. Alright, let me redo all of this. I don't know why, I could have sworn they just like doggy paddled everywhere. I guess I was wrong. Yeah, but we're talking horror movies, right? Let's see. We were talking Sweeney Todd. What else is there that catches your fancy?
Definitely the It movies.
The new ones or the old ones?
Yes, the new ones.
Why?
Um, I found the old ones kind of funny, so.
No, I feel that. Oh gosh, diddly dang, and now they can't. Yeah, the old ones are very, very cheesy for sure.
Hey, Georgie. In a balloon. Yeah, basically.
That is too funny. There we go. Now, can we get through here? Yes, yes we can. Holy crap. Okay. Alright, we're all good. But I think one of my favorite horror movies to this day is honestly, what do you call it? Ooh. That's actually a good question. I don't know. I don't know what my favorite is, because I've watched so many, and I love all of them. Oh, yeah. See what I was going for here?
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Ah! So hippos can go underneath. Oh,
Ooh.
hi, little baby. Honestly, that's how I feel anytime I go swimming. This is definitely a mood. Oh, hello, baby. You are very rotund today. Good for you. And they're also just sleeping. God, if I had to pick a horror movie, honestly, I really like, Poltergeist.
Oh, yeah.
It's a classic, but every single time I watch it, I am thoroughly entertained. It was also one of the first horror movies I ever watched, and I have a lot of good memories of it. Can I climb on the other side? Yeah. Let's see. Yep, they have all of this space right here. But I wanted them to be able to go underneath the walkway, so I wanted it to be like the walkway is like as unintrusive as possible. So they can you're just going over the area that they just hang out in most of the day. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what it is about Poltergeist. Every single time I watch it, I just like always. It just like reminds me what I love most about horror movies is that they tell super interesting stories. I mean, I feel like they can also serve as a catalyst to tell some really problematic ones. I mean, look at a lot of Eli Roth movies. Look at the way that trans people have been represented in horror movies since like the 70s. And the veneer starts to rub off a little bit, and you get a more comprehensive view of what the horror industry's actually been like for the past while, especially in terms of like the way that they've been treating people of color, queer people, trans people. But it's also, I love horror so much as like a genre in media because it's an area that queer people have dominated, which I love so much. Because it's one of the few, especially, oh, okay, you don't need to go do all that. It's one of the few genres of movie, of book, and, well, mainly that, honestly, mainly movies. And it's one of the main genres of movies that queer people have been allowed the forefront, in terms of queer coding characters and villains, in terms of like telling stories that have to do with the queer experience, veiled as a horror story. In turn, I love that queer people have just always been at the forefront of the modern horror media. And they continue to. I mean, look at the streaming service Shudder. I mean, the Lansbury Heather Richmond. See, it's something. Oh yeah, they could get all over here, yeah. Oh, they're all eating watermelon. Oh, um, what do you call it? I do enjoy that queer people have continued to be at the forefront of the horror genre in media, and it seems like that's not going to be changing for a while. So it gets me very excited to see more queer people getting themselves out there, being taken seriously for their work as artists. I feel like that's what we need to see more in the world. I mean, obviously. Do I not look like a poster child of someone who is fine? There we go. At least I'm pretty. Yeah, no, I think Poltergeist and Exorcist, not so much. I'm a fan of classic horror. And I'm not even talking about like black and white movies. I think like the 60s, 70s, and 80s were like the gold mine for really good horror movies. I feel like the 90s is where the ridiculousness really start to set in. I mean, look at Final Destination, look at I Know What You Did Last Summer, look at Scream. Look at the sequels for like Nightmare on Elm Street and everything. It's a little silly from the 90s onward, to be honest. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, think about Chucky, think about most of the sequels for a lot of 80s slasher movies. Think about the concepts for some of them, like Jennifer's Body. Like,
It was interesting.
Jennifer's Body?
Yeah.
Tell me your thoughts on it.
It was just weird. I was like, oh.
Like, you ever thought about being, like, a human voodoo doll? Like, whatever happens to one person... Like, whatever you do to your body can inflict pain on someone else. Can you imagine that?
Ugh.
I don't know what I'd do with it. Actually, that's...
What if they inflict pain on themselves and you're the one who's getting hurt? What if the opposite?
Yeah, I do think it would be kind of a slippery slope for me, because I already know a few different ways I could abuse it, honestly. So I don't have a very addictive personality, but I can be a very revenge-driven person if I don't keep myself in check. Especially when it comes to, like, you know, people hurting friends and family. I can be a very vindictive person, and I think in those moments of vindictiveness, I would probably abuse it in the wrong way. I would probably use it in, like, the worst ways possible. That much I do know about myself. I don't know if that's necessarily a good or a bad thing. It's just something, I guess.
Oh gosh, dang it! I can't remember the name of it.
Why is my eye watering all of a sudden? God, I have a lot of makeup on today. I love it. Ooh. There we go. There we go. I'm trying to think. God. I'm trying to think in terms of horror. Like, what exactly do you think horror... Like, do you think horror as a whole, in terms of, like, horror-based media and everything like that, do you think horror as a whole has, like, shaped who you are in any capacity? Like, your interests?
Yes. Yeah.
How so?
It kind of just like I don't know. It kind of gets like a little different outlook on life. Like, you know, what could possibly go wrong?
Do you think it makes you privy to, um, like, nihilism in any capacity?
Nihilism?
Mm-hmm. Thinking that everything's always gonna go wrong. Or pessimism.
No.
Or nihilism is more about, like, life has no meaning, so why bother? Pessimism is everything's gonna go wrong, because why wouldn't it?
Oh, it. Hmm. Yeah, no, definitely not pessimism. I'd say it's more like a like, if something went wrong, this could happen in the worst possible scenario.
Yeah, like, little Sally didn't know that one day her gardening her tulips would mean end up with her decapitated. Like,
Yeah, kind of like that.
now, actually, that's an interesting question. In terms of horror, are you like a psychological horror type of person? Like, what scares you more? Like physical, like gore and violence and like ripping people apart, and, like the idea of that? Or are you more frightened by like a psychological aspects, like losing yourself, losing your mind, stuff like that? Or are you more of like a supernatural horror type of person? Like, does the strange and unexplained scare you more than something like, someone kidnapping you or something? Because I know
It's
from... No, go ahead.
oh, I like the psychological horrors.
Why?
It's kind of like, okay, you hear all these stories of like, there's a murder, and someone broke into your house, things like that, and it kind of gives like almost a view into that world.
Of, like,
Um,
wackos and serial killers and stuff?
yeah, yeah,
Okay, I can
but
understand that.
also, but I also like the supernatural horrors as well.
See, that's my favorite. I
Hmm,
don't know what it is. I find nothing more interesting than the metaphysics of things like ghosts and demons and spirit and stuff like that. I don't know what it is. I find that far more fascinating and interesting than any other serial killer story. Considering that most serial killers, they're not geniuses, they're just not good people.
yeah,
Like, hardly ever am I sitting here like reviewing the ingenuity and smarts of a serial killer. No, I'm thinking, wow, that's an awful person, and I don't want to be like them. But talking about something as universally human in terms of experience, such as ghosts and ghost experiences, cryptids, aliens, the existence of God, thought forms, stuff like that, I love anything like that. And in terms of horror, I don't know what it is. Supernatural horror stories just are more interesting.
hmm,
Usually the build up to things like witches' curses, hauntings, possessions, and stuff like that are usually very. They make for very interesting stories, especially when they're done right. I think even when they're not done right, they end up making more compelling stories than something about, like, oh, he was an inventor, but now he's invisible and coming into your house. Like, it's like, yeah, scary or whatever, but I don't know, there's something about, oh, oh, she run, hello. There's something innately terrifying about something that's outside of our comprehension and control. That's why you're afraid of the dark. Oh, close
like,
encounters. Oh shit.
ooh,
Not Belle was saying. Ooh. Why didn't y'all tell me my whole entire... I want to tell me my whole entire areola was hanging out this whole entire time. Here we go. Not like y'all can see it, but... Ooh.
another one of my favorite movies was it's actually The Craft.
The Craft. Oh my god, yes. Yes, 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 yes,
Yes.
yes. We have nothing but time for that movie. I don't know if
Hmm.
it's necessarily considered a horror movie, but it is still a good one,
Yeah.
regardless. No, you're sorry. He's sorry. He's sorry. He's sorry. It's so good. Like I don't know what it is about the craft. I just like love everything about it. No,
It is.
I think that's the subgenre of supernatural horror that I'm in love with the most is witch stories. Stories of witches, witches' curses, witches being persecuted, the revenge and wrath of witches. I don't know what it is. There's just something about it ever since I was a little kid that that stuff about witchcraft and just witches in general has always fascinated me the most. And look where we are now. I would say the song also creeps you out. Oh goodness. No, I don't know. Just witch stories in particular, I don't know what it is. They just always fascinated me, and the idea of witchcraft and everything that it represents, you know, in terms of like witchcraft as a countercultural movement, as a movement for women and feminine people to reclaim their power that men tried to take away from them all these years ago because they were persecuted for practicing magic, which has been around, like magic and magical practices for things that were taught like for such a long time before purity culture and everything started to become a norm that was pressed onto us by predominantly men, honestly. I do like the idea of witchcraft and witches as like I mean the idea of witchcraft as a feminist movement, as a feminist reclamation of a lost art, and for us to reclaim our femininity. I love the idea of witchcraft in that context. And I love to see the different ways that it's represented in different movies and books and stuff because of what it represents for me personally. And I think the idea of witches and witchcraft for me, it represents total feminine freedom to just be who we want to be and to reclaim, and to like have a sense of power in our femininity. I think that's why I've always really liked witches, witch stories and stuff like that. It's just cool, you know. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. It's just cool. And I also love to see the different ways that different cultures represent witches, their ideas of witches, what they are, how they've existed in our society in all sorts of different ways. I love that, honestly. I love hearing about them. I love seeing them. Like, of course, you know, you have brujeria in Mexicana culture. You have, like, different forms of voodoo all across the Caribbean and Africa. You have just so many different, there's just so many different ways that to call the kettle black in this regard. It's just so interesting to hear the different ways that different cultures around the world have explained this phenomena. As the witch is one of the few universal icons throughout the world, it is an interesting. It's an interesting one at that as well. This is like very specifically like why specifically witches? Like why specifically are witches the common thread in a lot of storytelling? Um, like just thinking about that stuff. I love it. Oh, I love it. Yeah, these are the trees that we needed. Actually, no, that is not what we needed. Oh wow. I don't know. I don't know if these trees are even. Pretty sure these ones are. There we go. As I still really want to push the. Oh, this place needs more green. It needs more green.
Remember the old Goosebumps TV series?
Yes, yes, yes,
Oh,
yes. I have
I
nothing but
used to
time for that.
love those.
I have nothing but time for the Goosebumps TV show. That and the Goosebumps books weren't half bad either. I don't know if you ever read them,
Oh,
but they were not bad.
um,
Uh, they're...
I had a,
You
sorry,
what?
go ahead. I had a Choose Your Own Adventure Goosebumps book. It was great.
Right. I remember.
Lit-
I remember those books.
Literally, one of the choices was like to give. You had like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in your backpack. And like, there's this part where like the spider was like going down the stairs towards you. And like, what
Mm-hmm.
do I do? Do I throw this like baseball at it, or do I throw this peanut butter and jelly sandwich it?
Oh
And
my
if you throw the
goodness.
peanut butter and jelly sandwich at it, it eats it.
Uh-huh.
It still comes towards you, but then its jaws get stuck in front because of the peanut butter.
Oh my goodness. They... Those books were wild and y'all. I remember Choose Your Own Adventure books used to stress me out. They always used to stress me out so hard. I don't know why. But they just did. Oh, that stressed me out. There we go. I was like, I know I'm forgetting something. There we go. Let's start getting some plants up in her. Nom nom. And I love reading horror. Like reading horror novels to me is a more pleasurable experience than watching a horror movie. Because I think I kind of like to prey when it comes to like when I'm in the mood for some spooky stuff. I don't know, I like preying on the idea of the fear of the unknown. Because I think the thing that kind of takes me out of the fantasy for horror movies is that I feel like we're watching someone's interpretation of what should be scary. Like someone is telling you what you should be scared of, which is I think one of the main. It's like one of the main. I guess like not pullbacks necessarily because they are still good stories, and a lot of them are effective in conveying horror, but I feel like it's a lot more effective and satisfying for me personally. Um, Whenever I like read it, because whenever you read horror stories, it lets you, it kind of tailors the experience to you, because automatically you're thinking to yourself, everything you are reading is through the lens of what horrifies you the most, you know?
Yeah.
I like that. I don't know why. I just do. There we go. Do you think I should? No. Because I do think I should. I think I should have. There we go. I think that's a good compromise. Let's see. How about now? Oh, perfect. Yeah, absolutely. This is a lot better. So you can still be able to see them. Oh, yeah, there we go. Can I even get up here? No, they cannot. Okay. I need to move that. Over here then. Actually, I don't even think. Okay, so... Ooh. Ooh. The song also. Ooh. Are there any sounds in particular that automatically put you on edge?
Ooh.
Because sound can be a very scary thing.
Yeah. I'd say it depends on like the context, like where you are and like stuff. Like if you're in the woods and you hear a bunch of like twigs and branches snapping, just
Mm-hmm.
getting closer to you, or like,
Yeah, like,
or
oh,
like,
oh,
yeah.
Neptune.
Oh no.
I think of Miss Pearl, like, having a panic attack in SpongeBob. Oh, Neptune, like, sweating, and, like, a giant, like, sun hat. I don't know why, that's, like, immediately what my mind goes to. Ooh, girl, and then we can have... There we go.
I remember I was actually in line for a haunted house. Like,
Uh-huh.
it was like when I was a kid. I don't know why I was there, or like I don't know what's going on, but I
When you were
remember.
a child?
Yeah, when it was like
Okay.
10 or something.
Continue.
But I remember like walking right by the bathroom and just hearing this from the bathroom door.
Mm-mm.
I was like, did that just happen? And like
Mm-mm.
when I opened the door to check, no one was there. I was like, is this real?
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
What happened? Wait, did you ever figure out what happened?
No.
Okay, so you sound like a crazy person. Okay, no.
I know, I do. I know, I probably sound like crazy, but I just remember something like that happened. And it's
Huh.
weird.
It sounds it. Jesus, okay. I don't even... Oh. I didn't realize I was floating. Oh no. There we go. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. What do you think of this?
Ooh, that looks nice.
Walking through here. It's a very natural feeling. I feel like, yeah, no, yeah. Because what I have planned is that this, you have hippo viewing all through here. You know, hippo, yay. Then this is going to be the main rotunda where you see elephants. Elephants are going to be in this area over here, and this is also going to be marshy area for elephants. Like the water is going to be coming up all through here. But this is going to be part of the greater loop. Because the plan for this zoo is to have basically a giant loop with a spoke in the middle of it. Because this is like the marshy. This whole area is supposed to be marsh, and then this whole giant arch that goes from here all the way to here is supposed to be the delta area where all the animals live together. Or a lot of the animals that I have planned to live together live in that giant area. And I know I'm gonna have to make it massive, so it's gonna be pretty major. I just hope it lives up to my standards. There we go. Ooh, yeah. And then, actually, no. There we go. I don't think there are some certain sounds that always put me on edge. For example, my house is built into the side of a tree, so anytime I hear the tree creak, I'm always instantly paranoid that my house is gonna get like tipped over on. Like anytime I hear "arr," which is really normal because trees creak. It's just every single time I'm always like, oh, Neptune, okay, the house is going down. It was nice living here. We're gonna have to figure out, new place to live. Love that. Okay, let's hope I don't get too hurt in this situation.
Oh.
Like seriously, it's like it's kind of scary. Like when you have something like that that's out of your control, like that is what I think it's
Like,
what's. Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's the part that's scary about it most. Oh, there's a giant cricket over there. I'm actually very happy with how this has turned out so far. It needs a lot more foliage over there. Let's see, what do we have? God, my hair looks massive today. Okay, There we go. Oh, this is a really pretty centerpiece. I love these acacia trees so much. There's just something about them. I love how they're low to the ground, but not too low for people. But they also cover such a wide area. And the way they look from up above, just like, yeah. They're very, very pretty. Actually, oh, that's what we're missing. We're missing some shade. There we go. Come up here. Yeah, perfect. Okay. And I think another one over here. Just to make it feel a lot more lush.
Yeah.
And then... there we go. Perfect. Whenever it's in the water, varying sizes. They don't come up here anyway, so that will be fine. Do they? Great question. Okay, so they don't go up there, but they do come up over here. Perfect. Uh-oh, there we go. Goodness. There we go. Then over here... actually, this could be lower. There we go, honey. I don't know why my eye is watering so much in this area, and I don't know why, other than to, like, annoy me. Alrighty. There we go. Perfect, okay. And I think maybe some rocks here and there, and I think we will call it a night, I think. There we go. Let's see, does that change? Yeah, it does. Gosh, diddly dang. There we go. Okay, so we can go from there. Perfect, okay. Oh no. It's like, oh yes, I'm doing pathing through the hippos. You know, budget cuts or whatever. Let's see. Perfect, then we could do rock edge. Ooh! Fall through here. Love that. Perfect. Oh, it's starting to take shape, y'all. I don't know, today has just been the day of quick habitat builds. I built moose habitat. I recorded another episode of Wyoming Zoo earlier today. Ooh! Are they blowing holes? Oh, goodness. I recorded another episode of Wyoming Zoo today. And that habitat went, like, literally, like, 40 minutes. Just done, like, ready for the next one. It was crazy. There we go. There we go. This wig needs to not get in my mouth. Alrighty. Oh, perfect. That's basically exactly what this place needed. And we... just gonna be putting some of this over here. And then, Mr. Star, I believe
Uh-huh.
we will be done for the night.
Oh, alright.
Oh my god, have I been using the wrong one this whole time? No, okay, I'm crazy. Oh, okay, I haven't. Oh, perfect. I can mix these two. Oh, perfect, because this is starting to look a little homogeneous. There we go. Also, Star, I feel like the music I've chosen this time around fits a lot better with my vibe.
Yeah, I think so too.
I feel like I'm definitely not like a yo, let's get some EDM up in here. I'm just so not that kind of girl. Like I mean, I like electronic music. I like electronic music that sounds like it's made for vampires.
Oh yeah, like Dark Synth.
Mm-hmm. Well, more so
Oh,
like dark wave and stuff like that.
yeah.
Which I can't find for the life of me in any copyright-free stuff. And the one time I thought I did, I got copyright striked on YouTube for it anyway. I was like, love that. Love that for me when literally everything in the title, in the info and everything says, you can use this. It's fine. Everything's fine. I, there you go. I am very pleased with this elephant grass breaking everything up. Oh yeah. I'm a little bit confused why I feel like some of these plants didn't show up last time. Unless I'm just crazy. I think I might honestly be crazy, because looking at this now, I mean, it looks the way it should. Ooh, there we go. There we go. This is a trick I like to do with all of my... any habitats that I do with open air fencing like this. Like, we're talking like fence, like the metal mesh and the chain link. I like to have overgrowth growing in it to make it feel a lot more natural and a lot more lush. I did this with my moose habitat, and I think it just... I did this with my moose habitat and my bison habitat for Wyoming Zoo, which y'all can see on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Moony. And it just like, I feel like not only does it like literally help fill in some gaps, it also just makes the place feel a lot more like filled in, you know?
Yeah.
It can help set a lush tone if you want it to. Just be sure you have random rotation on. There we go. There we go. Now it's looking like an Okavango Delta. Because the Okavango Delta is rather... it's weird. It's like a really lush pocket, like oasis-y type situation. Like an oasis-y type situation in the middle of a giant grasslands area. It's like it's like a tropical area in the grasslands, basically. That's kind of the challenge of this zoo, is how do you make it as lush as green as possible in the middle of La Pradera? But so far, I am actually very... I don't know. Oh, yeah. No, this is exactly what it needed. Oh! This is exactly what this needed. Alrighty, y'all. So, I think we are finishing up here. Yeah. Alright, final looks. We have our brand new hippo habitat. What do we think?
Looks amazing.
I think so too. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I am very, very happy. And as soon as I say that, I get a text saying, apparently we're getting snow again next week. Love that. It'll be fine. Oh, wow. Oh, gosh. I'm obsessed with... Oh, well. A little bit of greenery never hurt anybody. I am obsessed with this whole area. Like, just like how green it is. I think I might extend this rockwork over here a little bit more in the future. But, like, the fact that they could swim under here, and they have even more space up here. Oh, yeah. I am very, very happy with how this turned out. And look at all the sidelines you can get. Like, all along here, you can come up here and see them over here. Apparently, she's trying to drown herself. You can, you can come over here. You see their little hut, their indoor area, where they breach and get out of the water. And you get all up in here. It feels like a really wild view. Yeah, I am very pleased. I need to do an alligator habitat. Oh, I could do, whenever I do the revamp of Zoo del Norte, I could do a gator habitat like this.
Ooh.
That would be cool. That would be really, really cool. Lots of shadow, fresh water. Thank you, Belle. Thank you. Oh, yeah, this is... I believe this is where we're going to end it for the night. Star, again, thank you so much for joining me for this.
Thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely. You can find my Instagram, my Twitter, and everything in the description of my Twitch bio. If y'all don't feel like reading, it is at Noche Queen on Instagram, and on Twitter, I am Noche_Queen. Same thing on my TikTok, which I have been neglecting, but I am on there. As well as on here, I am Noche_Queen. Y'all want to join us for more adventures outside of stream. Area 55 is the place to be, honey. You'll find the invite link in the bio of my latest YouTube video. Thank you again so much, Belle. Thank you for sticking around. I wish I had wine to drink with you this time around, but, you know, I must remain professional. And drink water the whole time. Like a loser. Oh, goodness. Alrighty. Thank y'all so much for joining. Y'all have a good night.